Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on Satisfactory once again, going to be continuing our single player playthrough. Yes. But first, it is the new year. It is 2025. Hopefully you all had yourselves a great holiday or having yourselves a great holiday, because it is 2025. So hopefully it's a good one for you. I know, I sound super excited. Woo, 2025, yeah. To me, it's just another year, but yeah, hopefully y'all have yourselves a good one. Anyway, so to kind of get started here, if you may remember last time, we had gotten the aluminum ingots set up, and we're still playing a bit of a balancing act between this, or for this factory. There's a lot of stuff to be getting on with, of course. But we actually got the aluminum scrap hooked up to the aluminum ingots. If you hadn't seen this factory yet, this is kind of the floor plan here for the big machines. Got the chimneys that go up into the ceiling. They actually stick out of the building. But yeah, it's a bit of a balancing act. For some reason, I keep running out of bauxite on this side. It does make sense, because this side is taking more bauxite than the other side is. So it does make sense, because this one's taking just a little bit more than this side is, obviously. Yeah, and these machines, they just keep running out of bauxite. They need roughly like 600 and some odd a minute. We're not bringing in enough bauxite anyway. So every time the train drops it off, it doesn't last for long. Of course. But yeah, so we were up underneath here, and we had gotten the aluminum scrap belts all hooked up. So these are the aluminum scrap belts all coming down this side, which go underneath the coal here, and then down into the floor. There's all the aluminum scrap, which goes down to our thing. That actually took me quite a long time, because I had we still have a bit, but when you have 79 smelters to hook up for aluminum scrap, or for aluminum ingots, it's a bit of a mess. But yeah, this factory is a bit massive. It's a bit on the big side, so it does take a while. It does take many hours to get that set up. But as you can see, all of these machines are full of aluminum ingots and full of aluminum scraps. So what we basically need to do is we need to take all of these aluminum ingots. We need to merge a lot of these machines. I say a lot, depending on how many. We could merge quite a few though, with only 30. That we just got to do the copper. The copper's already merged to what it needs to do, so that's pretty good there. Yeah, you can see we got all the aluminum scrap, but we still need to do the aluminum ingots. Need to get them merged. But yeah, like I said, the copper's already merged. We actually got that set up over here. So in this one, we got 345 per minute that goes to our aluminum sheets. And out of this merger here, we've got 690, which goes to our aluminum casings. And again, if you're new and you don't know about the alternate recipes, or don't know what alternate recipes we're using the sloppy alumina so that we don't have the overage of silica, because normally the aluminum solution, you have a byproduct of the silica. Now you use that silica in a foundry plus aluminum ingots plus aluminum scrap to make aluminum ingots. However, with this sloppy alumina, you don't get that silica, so you got to get that silica somewhere else. Now, if you get another recipe, if you get the other recipe, which is called the pure aluminum ingot, you remove the silica completely out of the equation, as well as the need for the foundries, and you use smelters instead. And you take aluminum scrap and turn it directly into aluminum ingots. And then on top of that, we're using another alternate recipe, which is taking our aluminum casings. Normally only use aluminum ingots to make, but we're actually using called the alclad casing, which is actually making way more aluminum casings. You just got to add a bit of copper. So just like the aluminum sheets, you need copper there. You also need copper for the aluminum casing. But yeah, you see the normal recipe just takes the aluminum ingots, but it only makes 60. It only makes 60 per minute in a constructor. This one takes an assembler and it makes 112. And I think you actually make less or make more, sorry, with less, I think, because it's 3 to 2, and here it's 20 to 15, so you only need 5 more, but if it was 15 there, I don't want to do the math. I'm not going to do the math, it's fine. But yeah, so we got to bring our aluminum ingots from the floor above down to the floor below here, and then split them up and get them all ready to go. We could do the aluminum casings first, because there is only 9 machines of it for 1, and for 2, these machines, they need a lot of aluminum ingots, so that'll eliminate a lot of the machines, and then whatever's left over, we can go to the 34. We have 34 aluminum sheets. This is because aluminum sheets take 30 per minute. And that's the only recipe that I know of, because we have unlocked every single recipe up until this point. We haven't unlocked anything else. There is no more recipes to unlock at the current moment. Oops. Sorry. Aluminum sheets. Here we go. Yeah, see, there's no alternates for aluminum sheet. There's only one. There's only one aluminum sheet recipe. It also is still Fixmas, by the way, but we won't worry about that. not right now. Once we get this aluminum factory finished to where I'm happy with it, then we'll move on to making a permanent Christmas factory, or a permanent Fixmas factory, which I want to build it into a power station again. I think that was really cool. I think that might be our best bet anyway. I don't know where to build it though. It'll be crazy. Anyway, there's a lot of work to do still. There's a lot of belts to run, a lot more pain to endure. Now, the cool thing is with the aluminum ingots, except for these 4, I think it is. Yeah, these 4 here. Everything else is 30. So, wait a minute. Hold on. How many aluminum ingots do we need for the casings, or for the sheets? Sorry. 30 aluminum ingots. Take that 30 times 34, that's 1,020. Oof. That's a lot of aluminum ingots. However, this one's even more, with it being 150. 150 times 9. That's 1,350. So it's going to be evenly split, actually. Other than like 300 extra on this side. So. But I am so ready to get this factory done today. That is my goal, is to get this done. Okay, so how many? We're gonna have to measure this out. How many aluminum ingots are we making in this little quadrant here? Or this little section? I'm making 60 there, 60 there. 60 there, and 30 there. So 60 times 3 is 180, plus 30, 210. So 210 just in this little space right here. Yeah, we'll figure that. We might figure this one out later. So this one's 30 times... It's 8 times 3 is 24, so 30 times 24 is 720. Okay, so here's kind of what I'm thinking is we're gonna do, since there's a line of 8 aluminum sheet machines down below us here, there's a line of 8 of these assemblers. And there's a line of 8 smelters. The aluminum sheets machine, the aluminum sheets assembler down there, only needs 30 aluminum ingots per minute. And the and these smelters up here, these smelters produce 30 ingots per minute. So I'm thinking, can we do that? Can we do 30 times 8? We can do 30 times 8, and then we just, rather than trying to merge everything and then rebalance it back out between different rows and stuff like that, why don't we just do one row per and just call it a day from there? Because then there's a lot less balancing to do. Yes, the belt is way over what we need, but I'm fine with that. I'm always fine with that. You guys know how I am. Always, when you finally unlock the ability to build the next belt, and you can build the next belt Mark 1 to Mark 2, Mark 2 to Mark 3, Mark 3 to Mark 4, and now to Mark 5. Just build everything and replace all of your belts with the best belts possible. I mean, unless you're going for a very specific look, there's no reason to not go with a faster belt. Unless you're trying to very specifically and methodically just balance out a very specific, like in a very specific scenario, I have seen it to where having slower belts merging into a faster belt, or having a faster belt then being split into slower belts does work. But honestly, unless you're working with the exact numbers and you don't want to put on that belt more than what you exactly need, there's no reason to do that. And there's no reason to do that either. Like, why would you... you can work with exact numbers and still work with the fastest belt that you can possibly build. And it'll work just fine. I don't know why a lot of people kind of overcomplicate the system. Like, I can build the exact same manifold system that you're building with Mark 5 belts, and I don't have to go, okay, well, if I take this Mark 5 belt and I split it into two, now I'm putting some over here and some over there, then I need to slow down the belt to the next mark down and then move on and keep going. It's just like, you don't need to complicate it that hard. Like I said, unless you're doing it for looks, really, there almost is no reason to do that. I say almost. Obviously, there is scenarios where having slower belts will work, but again, it is one of those scenarios where it's just like, why overcomplicate it? Just build with the maximum fastest belt, unless you don't have the materials. I guess that'd be the other reason. Like, if you're really struggling to get aluminum sheets, you're either having to buy them or your factory's incredibly slow. Then I could see you going with like the Mark 4s or your Mark 3s. When you're that far along, you don't need to be doing that. There we go. So yeah, this is pretty much my plan, is just to do that, and then what we'll do is we'll take all the belts and we'll go to the very end of the line, and then we'll go down from here, down into the logistics floor of that with our copper, and then... Now, the copper is going to be a little bit different. The copper ingots is already merged into one belt, but they can fit all on one belt. If I could fit all the aluminum ingots on one belt for each set of machines, like all the aluminum sheets on one belt for aluminum ingots, then I would have done that, but we can't. So I'm having to do a bit of a balancing system. So I'm just like, you know what? We'll just do line for line. And that just makes everything so much easier. Yeah, there's more belts involved, but, you know, factories always look better with more belts, as long as it's nicely, put together. Alright, so, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing here. We'll just run this belt along the ceiling until we can hook to it. Now, it is starting to get a little laggy around here, but that is a little expected when you've got we've got a couple hundred machines, or maybe 200 machines, 150, maybe 150. I can actually calculate that. So we've got 113 smelters. That's aluminum ingots and copper ingots. 113 smelters plus 34, 147. So then 147 plus 9. 156 plus 26, 182 machines altogether. And then if you want to count the 182 plus the what do you call it? The sinks plus the 26 sinks, or no, 13 sinks. So 195. 195 machines altogether. So yeah, we damn near have 200 machines in this one factory. So that's a lot of fun. All right, let me get this all hooked up, and then we'll work on the copper. Alrighty, so I've got all those kind of merged for each line set here. This belt right here, this one's only 60, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to take this belt, we're going to have to split it in half. So we're going to send 30 down this line right here, 30 extra, because we're going to take care of the two assemblers in the center. Because if you take 8 times 4, it's only 32, but we have 34 machines for aluminum sheets. So, yeah. And then we've got the copper belt right here, which this one is going to be split amongst everything. So it's probably going to go this way, while everything else, while these all main belts go that way. And then this one I'm unsure yet as to how I'm going to make that one work. Okay, so, but basically what I'm thinking is we put one here like this, and then we go 1, 2, and then 1, and then 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Oh yeah, that's from a previous something I was trying. And then 1, 2. Now, this machine should be aluminum sheets here, so we'll check it. Yep, that is aluminum sheets, okay. 1, 1, 2. Okay, and then we'll go 8 for the merger. Or sorry, 9 for the merger. Then we could just stack these, essentially. Just makes it a little faster. So I can make sure the mergers are going the right direction. Why is this one? Oh, these are mergers. Whoops. Whoopsies. I've done that before so many times. Sometimes I get the merger and the splitter mixed up. Not in my brain, just on the hotbar there. There we go. I was just like, wait a minute, that doesn't look right. I'm just trying to do this quick and easy, otherwise I'd be here for many more hours. You know, I'm okay with it, to be honest. I guess it all depends, but yeah, I'm okay with it. It's like, yeah, it is doing that, but the alternative is putting down foundations. And it being incredibly annoying. Because for some reason you can't put mergers or splitters on the ceiling. You can only put them on the floor. Which is, again, incredibly annoying. So the only way to fix that is to put down foundations and then stack your splitters up and then connect the lifts to them. That would be the alternate. And this way's just way faster. Sure, it does a little bit of clipping, but no one's going to see it, so... Alrighty. Now we just got to figure out how to hook this up. Of course, this is going to be the fastest, or this will be the easiest ones to do, which is the aluminum ones. Now, one thing I do got to remember is that this particular one is going to go this way as well. Oh yeah, and the copper... Yeah, the copper is going to go 1, 2. Actually, then it can go this way. 1, 2. Yeah, it can go this way, and then we go... It's not in the right spot. I keep doing that, and it's actually really irritating. It's like when I do this, you see how it doesn't line up correctly? So you gotta do that. We go 1, 2. It's irritating that it does that because then I question all my other builds. It's like, did I remember to line that up? There we go. So then we got the copper, and we've got the thing now. However, the copper, actually, we need to fix this. It's gonna be a foundation of 2. Yeah, so we got to put a splitter right there. Logistics. Let's go. Conveyor splitter. No, it's 1 meter. Foundation, 1 meter. And logistics. Now we can do the conveyor splitter. I think that's where I want it. Yep, lined up with that. Yep, lined up with that. Lined up with that. Okay, perfect. Just make sure, yep, that is an actual splitter. Okay. Yeah, we gotta split this up between 4 different lines. Because this one's going for all of our aluminum sheets. Now, the reason I can do that is because there's only 34 machines, and you only need 10 aluminum ingots per machine. So if you take that 34 times 10, that's 340. So, and our belts can do 780. So, no big deal there. Let's go architecture. Throw a little stand. There we go. Then we can go ahead and bring those all the way this way. So 1, 2. Then back 1, 2. There goes the aluminum, and there goes the copper. We are now making aluminum sheets with only these 8 machines. But it's not too bad. We are finally, though, making aluminum sheets, though. Very nice. Alright, let me get the rest of these all hooked up, and then we'll work on the aluminum casings. Alrighty then. Finally got the aluminum sheets done. Got all the machines connected, and now we have all of the machines coming out. So, and they're now going into these train stations. Finally got that portion done. Decided to get the aluminum sheets done first, obviously, because of the upload. So now if we look at our upload here, we are now actually making aluminum sheets, and I no longer have to spend tickets to build more Mark V belts. We can finally get around to upgrading all of our factories. We'll do that in due time, of course, but we got aluminum sheets, and then aluminum casings will be up here. I still need to build the what do you call them? The sinks. Still got to build the sinks. We'll go upstairs here. Go. Alright, so in the center here we've got, so the reason I have so many uploaders is because we're actually making that. So if you actually take your 34 machines, which are making 30 apiece, and you take that times 30, we're making 1020, and then if we divide that 1020, divide that by 2, we're actually making 510 per side. Now, the upload speed, I believe, is 240 per minute. So 240, that's 480, so these two are 480. So we're not quite uploading what we need, we're not quite uploading what we're making, but we're close. So we're actually uploading at a rate of 480 times 2, so 960 is how many aluminum sheets we're uploading per minute if all the uploaders are going at once. So the way this system works is it comes out, merges all the machines. As you can see, I got all the splitters and stuff. I even got that one extra belt that we needed 2 more machines on. Got that one hooked up with our aluminum sheets, or aluminum ingots, sorry. And then we got our copper ingots going to all of these different machines, which we're making 5 more copper ingots than we need, so that is very, very good. Okay. So then, with that, so these belts are moving at 510, but of course, a lot of the machines got full while I was building, so we still need to put a sink on this. I wish I could put this on overflow's overflow. You know what I mean? I might have to put the center one on any, or we put a splitter right after the... Well, it's just that I want the overflow to go down to the train station because I want them to upload first. But if I put any going down to the train station, then what it's going to do is it's going to split between those. And that's not something I want to have happen. So actually, what I might do... There's a lot of space, but there's not a whole lot of ceiling space anymore. On that side. That's what I meant. So... Dang it. How am I going to make that work? I'd have to put a splitter on this belt system here. So I've got this going down to the train station, each of these. Wait, there's 2 ways I can do this. Oh, I'm an idiot. Hold on. Of course I can make this work. What are we talking about? I'll have to redo that, but... If I take another smart splitter and do this right after. Okay, so then overflow that way. But then we want overflow forward again. Overflow forward again, and then to the right is going to be any. And then we'll put down 2 floor holes. One right there. One right there. Okay. Let me make sure we hook up. This one's going to be different anyway. Okay, so the any is going to go here. Is that the forward is the any going through? No, the center is the overflow. So the right is the any. Okay. Okay, then we just have to put the belt like this. And since that one's going to be coming from that way, What I might do is do this instead. Oops. Two. And then just do that. And then this one can go like this. And this one goes this way, because that one's going to go to the sink, but I'm going to use the ceiling space here to make that happen. Might bring them both to the middle, actually. So our overflows go this way. Then we go, let's put this back. Then we go like this. Let's see, the center, that's where the electricity's at. Okay. So we'll go to this spot here. 1, 2. Okay. Oh wait, that's not going to work, is it, with the next... Yeah, the next belt is not going to work like that. Yeah, so let's move it over a little bit. There we go. One, two. And like that, yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then this belt needs to be removed. So it needs to move over. Okay, then let's do this side real quick then. Remove that, move that, move that there. And this one goes there. Okay, so overflow goes forward, left is going to be any. Then 7. Okay, and then 4. Just for quick, easy access, just remove the floor. That one can go that way. This one go this way. This one, however... It's gonna slip by. Oops. I do want that right in the middle. Oh. Did I mess that up? I did. Didn't I? Dang it. Thought I had it. Think that'll work? Nope. Needed one more. Yep. Okay. And then the overflow. Goes immediately that way. Does that work? Okay, and these can go to the sinks then. Where I'm going to put those sinks, I'm not really sure. We need to go upstairs to find out. Because they're not going to go on the logistics floor, because the logistics floor is too short. So more than likely, we'll have to go... Uh-oh, we're going to have to be very careful where we put our belts here. Because there's a lot of belts. More than likely, they're going to have to go up here. Okay. So we'll go organization. Special. Awesome sink. And I'm going to put the awesome sink right over here in the corner-ish. Yeah, they're still a little too tall, aren't they? Actually, if I put it here, then I can align it on both sides. Like that. Now this is a logistics floor, so I shouldn't have to care about an antenna sticking out. I guess what I could do is I could, like, remove the foundation. And then we just go to, like, architecture and just grab a little railing. Okay, and this side we do the same thing. I know it's going to be slightly off, but that's okay. There's going to be 2 more sinks just like it on the other side, so... Alrighty, and then we'll just immediately go straight into the floor. I mean, we could have a little bit of space so you can see it coming in, I suppose. It's more for symmetrical belt placing than being symmetrical with the machine itself. And I have to put it on this floor as well because we need power. So I think what I'm gonna do that like that, and then that like that. Or wait, which side is it on? This side. It's not doing it nicely, is it? I might have to accept it, though, for now. Because I'm not going to put another beam in. Yeah, we'll just accept it for now, it's fine. And throw this there. Oh, this side can't even do that. Because the power is on this side of it. Dang. Yeah, we might have to do... bit of ceiling mounts. Yep, that's what it's looking like. Okay, that should give that power. We have 10 tickets in there, nice. Yeah, we'll do the same with this one. Put a little ceiling mount right above the power connector. And then this one can go... And we went a decent ways in front of it. Looks like right there. Then we won't worry about that connector. Okay, that should power up those. Really should have had these painted. A lot of machines to paint. But however, once those train stations get full, I think what I'll do before I hook up the belt is I'll let the machines all fill up first, and then kind of, you know, and we'll do that for the aluminum casings as well. And then once everything's full up, then we'll hook up the. Then we'll go ahead and hook that up. Oh, the one thing I did forget. Don't worry about that one empty belt. That one's the 60. The 60 extra that we needed. So. Okay, that works there. That's all the machines painted. So yeah, we'll just let everything fill up and then we'll hook up the sink. But now we got to work on the aluminum casings. The aluminum casings is going to take even more thought. We're almost done though. We're in the home stretch. So we only got 9 machines to hook up. We do have to separate the 9 machines into 2 halves because obviously we don't have enough to support all 9 machines on one belt because it's 150 ingots, so yeah, that's going to be a mess. But we'll do something similar. What I'll do is I'll take the aluminum casings and I'll put like, we'll take these and like put them here-ish or something like that. Just something like that so that we can get the uploader. We only need 2 uploaders for this one. And then we'll upload the casings as well at speed. I mean, we could do 1 uploader for the casings because we really don't need casings at the rate that we needed the aluminum sheets. The aluminum sheets, because we needed those because we're doing Mark V belts, and that's what Mark V belts take. So we could literally just throw 1 uploader here, and that should be good. So whichever one will hook up to it, it's fine. Something like that. Anyway, let me get the aluminum casings done, and then that'll be just about it for this video. Alrighty then, finally got that done. So now we've got aluminum casings going into the train station here. As you can see, we've got full train station here, almost another full train station. While I was building that, these backed up, so I decided to give it a little more time, but then it backed up the entire system, so then I just hooked these up. So these go to the sinks up here. So now we're sinking aluminum sheets, and when this train station fills up, we'll be sinking aluminum casings as well, which will be nice. That's that'll increase our ticket amount, I think, a little bit. just a wee bit, just a little bit. Oh, autosave. So now that we've got the entire aluminum factory completed, I do believe that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. Let's go ahead and go upstairs and take a look. So this is the production floor, obviously. This one was a lot more simple, of course, to build. These are just the belts that go up as well. So when these fill up, so we've got all of this. This goes over here, and it just merges with with this one. So yep. That is working there. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then it goes around this way, and then goes over to this uploader right here, of course. It's already painted. And then the other 4 go this way down to the. They both go to the train station. Just this is the since there's only room for 1 uploader anyway, and I didn't really need 2 uploaders for aluminum casings. Decided that this uploader here is going to be the one to serve for that. And then the rest of them can go down to the train station, and then once the train station's full, then we can just start sinking them again, which will work just fine. Because and the reason I'm doing that is because that way we can continue to earn tickets. Because aluminum sheets and aluminum casings are actually worth a decent amount. So, and I say decent for now. They won't be worth a decent amount in about 100 hours. They'll be worthless. But anyway, that is that. So I can finally turn these structures back to the concrete color. Yeah, and I figure we'll probably do the decoration stuff later. That should be... yeah, that should be done there. Okay. Yeah, on this side you can see the aluminum sheets going up to the... they're going up to the sink. They gotta go up one more floor. Oh, there's a hole in the floor. Let's go ahead and fill that. To go up to their respective sinks. So we got 2 sinks for aluminum sheets and 2 sinks for aluminum casings. Because we're producing over 1,000 aluminum sheets and over 1,000 aluminum casings, you need 2 Mark V belts for that. So, and we're going to be stuck on Mark V for a very long time. So, yeah, I'm just building as if everything's in Mark V. And the casings haven't arrived there yet. This one right here is one of the ingots. We got the ingots going. This one was a bit of a build as well, doing the aluminum casing stuff. Got all the aluminum scrap going in and stuff like that. This is working on exact numbers. So yeah, there might be a time where we just turn off the sinks for a little bit and let everything kind of back up. But so far though, it's not too bad. Yeah, got all of the smelters going. Pretty much. Some of these aren't going because they're completely full, and this is just going to happen. There's just because we're not pushing out the exact amount we need. So yes. There's all the aluminum scrap going down, and then it's pretty cool that like it goes up as bauxite and then comes back down as aluminum scrap. Pretty crazy. I am enjoying this though. This was a good build. Pretty big, obviously, and took a lot of planning, a lot of hours, and we're still not done with it yet. Yeah, that must be that one set of machines that keeps running out. Yeah, we'll fix that in due time as well. But hey, we got aluminum sheets and aluminum casings being uploaded directly, so we no longer have to worry about Mark V belts and all that other nonsense. So, yeah, pretty freaking cool, man. So happy about that. I'm so happy that this factory is completed. As far, it's not completed as far as, oops. Am I coloring with, oh, I am. Alls. I'm happy as far as the factory is done. Obviously, we still got some decoration to do. But we do need to move on. So we got other projects that need to be done. Hopefully not as complicated. Aluminum has always been an extreme complication, in my opinion, for this game. So it always gets very difficult after a little bit. Some of these are still full with the iron ingots and stuff like that, or copper ingots. And obviously we got the summer sloops. So we could like summer sloop all of the like casings and stuff like that, which could produce even more. So anyway, with that though, like I said, that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. Next time we do need to move the Christmas factory, or build a new one, essentially. I might do that in my own time, just because we need other factories that need to be built as well. Like, we still got plenty of Tier 1 and Tier 2 factories. And I say Tier 1 and Tier 2, and, like, you know, we still got plenty of factories, like we need reinforced iron plates. We need stators, motors, just the kind of gist of that. We need those kind of factories being built. Plus, I need to finish the screw factory as well. So, but like I said, with that though, that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. So, I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see here. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.